Mike with Mike's Bags. Today I'm reviewing the Tornado L by Swag Bags. I did a full review of the regular Tornado not too long ago. That's on my page. I'll put a link to that at the end of this video as well as in the description here. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. So I did a really more thorough breakdown of the bag than I'm going to do here. I'm going to focus more on this. I'll do a quick rundown of the bag, materials and all, but I'm going to focus more on the differences between the L and the regular, the differences in the makeup of the bag, the differences in the way the bag plays, and help you decide which one is going to fit your play style better or which one to choose when you want to use these bags. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's break down these Tornado L's. Slow side material is that it's a hybrid material. It's that clone material, what I call the clone material. It's not quite the same as the Viper R. It's that other material that came out so long after that. Same slow side you find on the regular Tornado, the Swag Bags Kaboom, B3 Coyotes, Southwest Hefe, Sub-Zero Wintertide, Buffalo Sauce, Costello X uses it. Quite a few companies have used this material. It's a touch slower than R. I call it about a 5-speed. It plays a little quicker new. It's going to break down and get to a 5. So 5-speed on the slow side. Fast side, this is that same fast side that Swag Bags uses on the Shazam. It's that Game Changer, Surefire fast side material. 8.5. It's fast, great for push and collect and cleaning up messes. So you're looking about a 5, 8.5 on this Tornado L. Same materials you find on the regular Tornado. Template-wise, medium template, kind of standard Swag Bags template. The fill, this is where things get different, right? So it's an L because it's lighter, but it's not really that much lighter. Like weight-wise, you hold these two bags, you don't feel a big difference. Like by holding these down, I couldn't tell you one is lighter than the other one. But what I can tell you is the L is a looser bag. So they've taken some of that fill out. They've actually changed the fill a little bit. So Swag Bags put a little more round fill. This is more of a mixed fill. The regular Tornado is more, I think it's a mixture of different flat fills. I don't think there's any round beads in the regular Tornado, but in the Tornado L, there are some round beads added into this bag, but there's less fill overall in this bag. So it's a thinner bag, looser bag. You're going to get more flop. This is a pretty floppy bag, where the regular Tornado is kind of that medium flop to it. So if you like a floppier bag, you want to go with the Tornado L. Now, what does that flop do? It gives you a ton of forgiveness on the landing, especially for those of you who don't throw the flattest of bags. A floppier bag is going to have less kick, less movement to it, less bounce. So when it lands, the flop allows the bag to kind of flatten out and hit the board. And once it flattens out, it runs up the board. Whereas a fuller bag, when you throw a fuller bag like the regular Tornado, and regular Tornadoes don't have a lot of kick to them as well. In fact, the Kaboom, Swag Bags Kaboom is even fuller than these two. So if you like a full bag, you might want the Kaboom. If you like a medium fill, you want the Tornado. If you like a looser, floppier bag, you want the Tornado L. That's the big difference. The Kaboom has the same slow side. It's a slightly slower fast side, but not that big of a difference. Just a slightly slower fast side on the Kaboom, but it's definitely a fuller feeling. So anyway, if you have a fuller bag, when that bag lands, what causes the bag to kick is when that bag comes in, it's rotating, right? It's rotating in, it comes, it hits. The slow side grabs, the momentum of the bag carries the top over and causes that bag to move. Same as the other way. It comes in the other way, it lands, and you get the momentum. The board catches, the material catches, slows that bottom down. The top just keeps moving and causes that bag to kick over, which is also why bags cut. So but with a looser bag, when that bag lands, because it's looser, it lands and just kind of scrunches up and flattens out, and you lose a lot of that momentum when it hits, and so it doesn't really have the momentum to carry it off to at an angle, whereas it hits, kind of flattens out and slides up. So you get a more forgiving bag in the landing by getting a looseness. You also get a more forgiving bag around the hole. That looser bag, that corner dips in quicker, easier, less that corner to really needs to grab, because there's less fill, it's going to dip quicker, which means even if you miss, this bag does a better job of grabbing that hole and pulling it back in. Tornadoes do a great job of that. Very forgiving around the hole. Tornadoes even more so forgiving. So if consistency is your problem, the L may be a better bag. So a looser bag, when I put a looser bag in my hand and I grip it, I can't really lock it down. There's still movement here. It still wobbles, still flops a little bit. So when I release it, I don't have quite as much control. The bag is moving as I throw it. It's going to come out a little less controllable, sometimes not quite as flat. It's a little bit more of a flutter, a little more of a flying duck when it comes out. So I need that forgiveness. You want that forgiveness. Whereas you have a little bit fuller bag, when I grab it and I lock it down, like it doesn't have that wobble. That bag's locked down, so when I release it, I have complete control over it. That's the other thing you get. So if you're looking for control, the shot shaping, cuts, rolls, flops, you want the fuller bag. The Tornado's better for that. If you're looking for forgiveness, that's where you want that Tornado L. The forgiveness on landing, the forgiveness around the hole, that's where that works out better. On the playability side of it is the play style. For me, I find that both bags are great for running bags in the hole. You want to run bags in the hole, you can do it. No problem whatsoever. These. If you want to play a dirty style game, you can do it. This material, wonderful for control. You can put that blocker up there and play it where you want. The difference, I would say, is with the L's. The L's are a little tougher to collect. Because they're looser and floppier, you get that accordion effect. So when you put a blocker up, especially put a level 2, level 3, and you want to ride it up there, when you clip corner to corner, it's just going to accordion up, and your push bag is going to spin around, kind of spin that blocker, spin around, and go on in the hole and leave that blocker there. Great for get arounds. If you're playing an opponent who throws a dirty style game, puts a lot of blockers up there, the L is wonderful for doing that to their bag. When they put that bag in the middle, you can just kind of come down in the corners or step out, aim for the corner. You're going to hit accordion up, bully their bag out of the way, put your bag in or take hole control. That's where the L's shine. But when it comes to collecting your own bags, I find these bags do great up around the hole. That level 1, level 0 blocker is great. Once you get down level 2, level 3, you really have to come in and hit almost in the middle or most in the middle if you want to ride that bag up. Plenty of speed on the fast side to ride a level 3 all the way up in the hole, but if you don't catch it mostly in the middle, it's going to eventually kind of spin around and get around that bag. So if you like playing more of that dirty style game, you want to throw blockers and you want to be able to collect, especially throw those level 2, level 3 blockers, Tornado is a better option for that. If you want to just run bags in the hole, or you're playing an opponent who plays a dirty style game and you want to get around their bags and put your bags in, leave their blockers there, that's where the L shines. That's the differentiation that I make between the L's and the regulars, is the style of game I want to play, or maybe it's the forgiveness I want. Again, if I don't throw a flat bag, if I struggle with consistency, the L's going to be more forgiving on that. Whereas if I want to play more of a control game, that's where the regular Tornado comes in. But really for me, it's more of that dirty style game. If I want to throw blockers up there and play, if I'm playing against an opponent who struggles with blockers, they like to run the hole, they struggle pushing, I'm pulling the regular Tornado out. I'm putting blockers up there all day long. You're able to collect these. These are fuller. They don't really accordion up as much. You can clip that corner and still ride that bag in. They're just much better at that. And again, I'm nitpicking here. Again, you can do that with both bags, but to nitpick the differences here, that's where I find, that's how I make my decision on which one I want, the regular or the L, is do I want to play a dirty style game with blockers, or am I just looking to run bags? I'm looking to get around bags. Now, the L has the regular has the ability for the cuts. It does a better job with cuts, rolls, and flops because it's a little fuller. It has that movement a little bit. It doesn't collapse up as much as the looser bag does. So you get that advantage of the controls with the cuts, rolls, and flops for getting around bags. Whereas the L, if you don't have the cuts, rolls, flops, or arsenal, you have that get around ability without having that just by smashing into their bags and getting around. So the L is better for those of you who don't normally shape shots, but you want a bag that you can use to get around blockers, if that makes sense. So hopefully that answers your questions of the difference of the two, which one you're choosing. It's a very similar comparison, the L version of the regular for the Tornadoes, as it is for the Swagbags Chaos, the Maniacs, the Bazookas. The L's and the regulars are the L's are similar across the board, and the regulars are similar, so the comparison is very similar. So if you've thrown one of the L's of Swagbags and you like it better, or you like the regular better, it's probably the way you want to go with the Tornadoes as well. Leaves me an availability real quick, and Swagbags has a website, swagbagscornhole.com. Link down in the description for you guys. As always, the bags they've been released about $89.99 for a set. I'm assuming the L's will be the same. $90 for a set, $13 shipping. That is a flat rate shipping, so if you buy more than one set, the shipping doesn't go up, so you can ship, you can buy multiple sets of bags and keep that $13 shipping. So if you're looking to buy, if you're eyeing the Tornadoes, maybe the Chaos, the Maniacs, one of the other bags that Swagbags has, you put them in one order, save some money in shipping, or get together with some of your buddies or your friends, and each of you order a set and put it on one order. Save you guys a little bit of shipping on that. But anyway, $89.99 for a set, $13 shipping, kind of that medium price point, well worth it, high quality bags. Huge fan of what Swagbags is doing. I love their bags. I love the lineup they have. They have a really complete lineup across the board. Really a bag for every player out there. So if you're looking for a set of bags, you don't know where to go, definitely check out Swagbags. So if you've thrown the Tornadoes, especially the L's, drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you've thrown both, let me know your comparison, which one you like better and why. But if you've thrown the L's, I'd love to hear your thoughts on those as well. So let me know in the comments below. I thank you guys so much for your support, and I thank you for watching.